Blessings, everyone. Happy holidays, and welcome to a new edition of the 87641 Review Show with your host, Mark Brown. Today, delving into a whole heap of things. Of course, today, as we promised you last week, we have the Sting 2014 official preview. Little changes this year, little changed up this year. So we're definitely going to be looking at, the new format and who's there and who's not there. And there's quite a few who's not going to be there. So there's that. There's also a little more of that fallout from the whole. I don't think we've ever seen a bikini picture cause so much fallout for so long. But yes, talk more about the Lisa Hanna thing. Also going to be talking about Gully Bop and apparently him finding love, him calling out Ninja Man, all sorts of things. Part of the Sting preview as well, but we're going to talk a bit about that. And of course, being that this is Christmas, I have to talk about the Jamaican Christmas songs and those little tidbits about our culture as we go into another holiday season. And this year, of course, it's a 4 day long weekend. Everybody look forward to it, including me. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first off, Sting 2014. So as I alluded to in the intro, a lot of changes have been made with Sting over the last two editions. Last edition, this edition. Last edition was a change from it now. Normally, all dancehall all the time, trying to satisfy the hardcore dancehall fans out there. Really good sprinkles of reggae artists here and there. But this year, last year it was international artists. So last year you had Wyclef John come down. They do it with Aishana, win over the fans to the bag of cartel song then. You had Future, did a decent job. And of course, two chains or two lames as I call him because all his performance was about 80% curse words. And you couldn't really get what he was trying to say. I don't know what that was. I don't think that was really a performance that would make you vibe. It kind of had you confused, and most of the crowd sounded very out of it. But anyway, this year, instead of international artists, they've decided to localize it again, for the most part, but this time break it up into segments. So this year now, you have the reggae segment. So that's going to start around, I think, late in the evening, in the night part, if not in the early morning part, right around midnight. So a lot of acts coming through. You have Kieputana come through. You have Iwena come through. You have Itana come through again. You have a lot of people. Taras Riley coming through. Kabaka Pyramid, big artists that have come through. You understand? Jupe Lion, Teflon, Ikaya, and a whole heap of names. Whole heap of names in the reggae industry coming through to the show. And this is a good element. But like that thing to this because reggae has been taking over the Jamaican scope the last couple of years now. And to see, usually at Sting, them bring them one and two. Remember 2 years ago when Chronix did come through, that was one of his first major stage shows in Jamaica after him just bust with Warrior and them sang there. And him did pull the crowd. Crowd did love him. Crowd did rate him, even though I thought he should have gotten a little bit of a longer set. He was only there for what, 10 minutes? Like under 10 minutes. Should have gotten a longer set there. And sad not to see him on this show, but I think he's away on tour or something right now. So that's why he's not this year. And he's admitted in the past that Sting is not really his kind of show. He doesn't really like to dancehall shows as much as he does, reggae shows, not really his kind of thing. But a lot of good artists, man, of course. Taras Riley, one of my personal favorites, really good singer. You understand? And Kabaka Pyramid, as I say, wicked artist. I mean, Chronix gets all the praise and him deserve it. But man like him, man like Jesse Royal, I tell you, them are take over the reggae thing right now. And they have the lyrics, they have the style, they have the cachet about them. You understand? And Kabaka is a man who come from hip hop. You know what I mean? He used to be in the Jamaican hip hop scene, but always have a little island style to him. And then when them go full out reggae now, everybody see the potential. This youth always have potential. From them days before anybody know him, I used to listen to him them time when we used to do hip hop thing to really good artist, and I think one of the stars to watch in this segment. So a lot of good, of course, Itana coming off her successful new album, definitely, top of reggae Billboard charts or was high on the reggae Billboard charts anyway. Really good album, and I think that she will deliver again at Sting. She's been here many times. So that is the first segment. That's going to be, I feel, really good. Then there's going to be a little kind of an electronic dancehall kind of thing. So you have Orisha Sound coming through, and um one next artist. So that is kind of like an interlude, kind of a musical interlude, so to speak. And then comes the dancehall segment, and this is most probably the biggest part of this segment is the rematch between Black Rhino and Kiprich. Of course, you remember last year, Rhino and Kiprich, this big war. Kiprich come out in a song. I don't even know how to describe that. That look like, we can call that a caveman thing. Or I don't know what he was wearing. All these things hanging out. It look like a wild animal. We don't know what Kiprich did with last year still. That was a different kind of gears in that wear. And then Black Rhino come out. Remember the year before was when he tried challenge Popcorn to a clash out of nowhere. Then Popcorn with a little faint push. But I know what that wasn't a Popcorn. That looked a wasted. When he push him off of the stage, big fight broke out and things. So get back on the stage this year, challenge Kiprich and knock it out of the park, beat him, trounce him, everything you want to say. In him hometown, of course, he was a Portmore brother. So him come out and him do him thing. And Kiprich come out later and the press conference when they were announcing the rematch. Basically, say he wasn't prepared, was caught off guard, and at this time, Rhino can't come with the same lyrics they come with last year. I expect to repeat. You understand? Last year, cash prize was 3 million Jamaican. This year it's half. I guess they did it 3 million for the occasion because it was the 30th anniversary. So this time 1.5 million on the line. But I expect it to be a good clash, a much more competitive clash. Kiprich has a reputation with these things now. He win quite a few of them. Monster Empire, Merciless, the tag team thing when him and Ninja Man they beat Merciless and Tony Matan, and then him go on to clash Ninja Man and then get called the king of the clash. Really. Well, now let's see what he has. I think Black Rhino going to bring his A game. I think this will be a really good clash. But now if I had to call a winner, I think Kipper can get this one. I really think him can bounce back. But I have to say the recent events what happened to him in the last few weeks with the baby mother, this thing with the baby mother currently sleeping with Icon, the tower man there, where they go on the Zip FM tour the time when him did want to play him song. And a whole bag of things reportedly had money and jewelry stolen from him recently in a break-in. So a lot of material there for Rhino to pounce on. But I think Kipper will be ready this time. I think it will be a very close clash and entertaining. But I think he can bounce back thinking about it. At first I had Rhino, but I think, you know what, maybe Kiprich will garner his experience. And maybe, who knows, maybe he'll go the Eminem route. Maybe he'll diss himself. Remember that in 8 Mile when Eminem dissed himself about his personal problems and Ray, and the crowd like it, and him use it against the man. Could see Kiprich doing something like that. So, we'll see what happens. There's also Tommy Lee, Sparta versus Gage. Two artists I'm not too high on, but these are two of the more popular, at least controversial artists. Gage, of course, with the Cartel look-alike thing that they have going on. So in a way, Cartel will be there. But it's kind of it's going to be interesting a little bit. Version is also in that whole equation. This new artist Version. Alkaline was thought to be on this bill, and maybe was thought to have been jumping into the fray, but he announced to his management team last week that he will not be at the show because he has an overseas commitment, so he won't be part of it. And fans will be disappointed because he's one of the bigger acts right now in dancehall circles. So you have them coming through. You also have this segment now, Ishana leading a diva segment with some of the newer divas as well. So Ishana, of course, the most popular one. She's been there countless times, representing Down Sound. And then they have some newer artists, Confidence and Destiny Sparta. You also have Tiana, who's an established artist as well. But all in all, interesting show some parts. And then of course you have to talk about Gully Bop, the new internet sensation, making his Sting debut, or Sting returned. I remember say last week when they talked about we used to do things for Lang and they used to appear on Sting and Reggae Sunsplash. So this is a return for him in a sense, back to the spotlight. And if you've seen his stage performances, there was a video out on Facebook the other day showing a recent performance of his. And he was also on stage last week. And I tell you, this guy has some good stage presence. You just don't see him intimidating him out there, swag turn up everything. So Gully Bop have a real stage presence. Call out Ninja Man. Ninja Man is apparently not happy with this. You'll see on stage today or this weekend. His response, he's not happy about this. So I would love to see that. Gully Bop versus Ninja Man. And it would be a really good occasion to see what Gully Bop have in store, what the two of them have in store. When you call out man like Ninja Man, one of the Clash extraordinaires, you have to make sure you bring it. So let's hope Sam can bring it and make it interesting. But yeah, I think this show, of course, you notice them not really calling out top of the top names. So man like Movado, man like I-Octane, and then man the Conscience. Conscience this year, a few weeks ago, he wasn't coming to Sting either. So a lot of big names are absent that we would normally associate with the show. I don't know will be there, but other than him, there aren't really any top level stars at this thing. Busy's not there either. Of course, Cartel in jail. Obviously, you know, so every year they're going to call for Cartel to come out, even though he's in prison for life right now. After his murder conviction. So, I don't know. It does lack star power, both on the men and with the women as well, because you haven't really seen the big names from the women's side. Of course, Lady Saw and Macadam did take over the show last year. Lady Saw is not on it this year. And quite a few of the big females aren't on it this year. I haven't seen Spice. I haven't seen any of them. Some of them will be on, but all in all, the star power is down considerably this year, and has been for a little while. With this show, Bounty, him and him issues with them and them. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be some surprises, but all in all, there was some fun stuff to look forward to. I especially looking forward to the reggae segment of the show, and we'll see how it works. So we'll see if this format changes anything. But certainly in the future, I think they need to find a way to appease more to the big names. You understand what I say? Because say man like Movado and them man they have international presence and have international deal. Them man they not just come for the chunk change. Them are gonna come and them are gonna expect something grand, big, for entice them to come at them show there. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Bounty one day again, because as I said, man have them problems. And going back, I mean, you're looking at Sting's history and thing, and really since Cartel and Movado, as I've said, you've had some clashes. Keep Rich clash them and but we haven't really seen a premier clash since. And of course, Sting is the form of really great clashes. Of course, you go back to Merciless when they faced Ninja and Beanie and Bounty all at once and thing. Remember when we did have Super Cat and Ninja Man in '91, which is of course one of the greatest, if not the greatest clash of them all. And of course Bounty Beanie, where the war all started back in 1993, early 90s there, when the two of them were ascending and were at the top, just rising to the top of the dance hall, and really showed us what they were worth at the time. And the really good clashes that happened in the 90s and the early 2000s, definitely. We're missing those clashes, so we definitely need to sit back in the dance hall. There were opportunities for other big clashes to happen. Cartel and Idona, I would have loved to have seen that clash. Cartel and Idona, when Idona was calling him bluff, remember the YouTube video when they come out and I talk about the man have 3 days for answer and all these things, and Cartel never even looked on him and thing. That would have been a great clash to have seen before Cartel went to jail. I really would have loved to see that, to see if Idona could really take that next step in the dancehall circles against a man of that elite caliber and elite lyrical caliber, and see what he could have done. And Movado Bounty Killer. I know recently the wars the issues have kind of died down because they're kind of not focusing on each other right now. But it would have been really interesting if Mavado and Bounty Killer clash. You know, another father and son thing. Just put them issues out there one at a time on stage and just settle the argument right there. So if you're not gonna settle it with a sit down or a phone call, you know, lyrical combat, that's the next best thing. But all not in the name of trying to tear down each other, but just in the name of just airing out issues and thing and you know, seeing if the son can beat the father. Vibes Cartel Bounty would have been great to see as well. When Vibes Cartel left and they had their issues, and then what looked like it was going, when it looked like it was going to happen back in 2009. Remember, my father and Vibes Cartel were forced to settle their issues a few weeks before that to kind of temper any chance of Cartel and Bounty Killer clashing the year after Cartel and Bounty clashing after Cartel and Mavada clash the year before. So all in all, we hope say Sting will get back to the levels where we say, yo, this is the real premiere show again. But you know, there's some good things this year, but there's also the star power. We need to attract the star power back. So there's that. And now let's get into some tidbits now. Gully Bop, of course, as I mentioned, going to clash or trying to clash Ninja Man at Sting. We'll see how that works out. But he was recently on Luke Jamaica doing an interview, and there's this lady that came on. He was talking to them about him fine love or whatever, and him call this lady Miss Chin as him call her, and all of a sudden she come over and him start kiss her up and him say, yeah, this is my wife and Ray now. Who is Miss Chin now? Not to be confused. And some people have been saying, wait, is this Kip Rich baby mother and Ray and you should go to another artist. No. Remember, there's that one Miss Chin who is Kip Rich's baby mother who recently came out and said she has no idea who this icon, who this Gully Bop is, never met him before. And then there's this another Miss Chin, looks similar, but it's a different one. And she is his manager, his new manager, and his apparent love interest. So there's two different Miss Chins. So don't mix this up with Kip Rich baby mother. I did too. I thought at first that was the case, but no, two different Miss Chins here. So this one, I believe her name is Shauna Chin, new manager. Apparently, is his love interest. A lot of people were kind of looked and said, "Oh God, I wonder if this is a gold digging situation or whatnot." And you know, you kind of expect things like this to happen when you're a person who just coming in the limelight, a person who just all of a sudden newfound fame. You know what I mean? Everybody talk about it on YouTube and Ray. You're coming from literally nothing to literally something, from the depths of hell to, you know, all these great things that you never thought your life would you would achieve in your life. And now you see the money, now you see people want to work with you, and now you see women that come on to you, and all of a sudden, you know, you wonder what really are going. I really hope that she's not out there to take advantage of him. Who knows? Maybe this is true love. I don't know. I cannot judge. But at the same time, you really have to Gully Bop have to really watch who around him now, because remember I said him at the hottest thing now, and in this music industry, we say it last week. When you are hot, everybody are going to come around you, everybody going to love you, everybody going to want to collaborate, everything. But then when times kind of get hard, or even not even when times get hard, just when them know see the buzz hot, them are going to come in, them are going to jump in, them are going to want them money, them are going to want this or that from you and take advantage. So I hope this is all legit, but we just have to take time and see what go on and hope for the best. And then of course, other hot topic we talked about last week, the Lisa Hanna thing. I'm surprised this is still being talked about, really, because like it's up again, it's a bikini on a beach. What is the problem? People. I saw primetime news asking this was inappropriate. We see people in the, commenting on the Glee, commenting on social media, one way or the other. I'm gonna say people, like, seriously, we need to let this woman live her life now on a serious note. Like, come on. She's hot. She's a very beautiful woman. I of course affectionately call her the hottest MILF in Jamaica. She is, she has every right to do what she do. She's on the beach. Where expect her to? You understand? It's just because she's a minister of youth and culture why people making a big deal. And there were these memes all over social media about what should Lisa Hanna have worn on the beach. And there was one where she looked like she in some Arabic clothing. every part of her clothes now and Ray and she wear minister's clothes on the beach and everything. I mean, I say, oh, sir, them people are gone way out of bounds now with it. No, seriously. Let her live her life. Let her wear what she want to wear. She's hot. Let her flaunt it. You know what I mean? I don't objectify to those kind of things. No matter what position you are in, you're a person first. You live your life, and you live your life. Because you see, in this day and age, we're easy to criticize everything, and especially in Jamaica, when when things now go on, we love to over criticize things that have no business being criticized. So let Lisa live her life, man, and we hope to see more of those pictures. Just any guy out there, I couldn't tell you some of the comments I saw from guys and about her picture. I mean, she's just unbelievable. So do your thing, Lisa. And of course, finally, oh, there was this other tidbit about Ron Machete. Last week we told you he left Ira FM after 15 years on the job, having his 6 to 10 a.m. Morning show, wake up call. And just the other day, a couple days ago, in fact, he announced on a YouTube video that he'll be going to Mellow FM. Mellow FM, of course, Montego Bay Station, of Barry G, of Richie B, and now has Ron Machete on its station. That's a big trio right there. Those are three giants of the radio business. So Mellow FM doing work, you know what I mean? So definitely look out for his show, which starts on January the 5th next year. It's called The Perfect Mix with Ron Machete, and he'll be on the 9 to 1 time slot. So the three of them going be basically Richie B 69, him 9 to 1, and Barry G 1 to 5. So that's a pretty good, listen throughout the day if you're, interested right there. And of course, being that this is the holiday season, hopes that all of get to know shopping done. There's still time. Obviously, Christmas is next Thursday. Get your cereal, get your fruitcake. Listen, if you're a Jamaican and you don't have cereal and fruitcake for your Christmas celebration, something wrong. Cereal and fruitcake are the two greatest inventions ever in life. You need to get that, whether it be the regular or the frosted fruitcake. And that regular was good or frosted, you'll get diabetes with just one taste of that. I tell you right now, I've tasted it in recent times. Oh God, it's a different level. But also, for those of you don't know, say with Jamaica, we have always had a little spin on Christmas from a musical perspective as well. So definitely there have been a lot of great Christmas classics. And if you're looking for some Christmas classics to listen to from Jamaican artists, look for songs like Carlene Davis, of course, the great gospel singer, also was a reggae singer back in her early days. Of course, Santa Claus, Why Don't You Come to the Ghetto? You need to listen to that. That's a really, really good song. The late Neville Willoughby, who used to be on RGR, Christmas in JA, another really good Christmas carol. And Jacob Miller with We Wish You a Merry Christmas or Wish You a Irish Christmas. Very good song. Jacob Miller, one of the great artists who was taken away way too soon before his 30s. You really need to listen to him. Really, really, really good Christmas carol. Bob Marley, Christmas reggae. There's countless others. JC Lodge has one as well. There's so many great Christmas carols from Jamaican singers. And there was also one from Shaggy. It's not quite reggae. It's not like a reggae Christmas song, but it's still a good one. Him and Tony Braxton. Christmas in Jamaica. Really good tune. If you're looking to just chill, just get that vibe in your head that you're on the beach during or somewhere during the Christmas season and just get that vibe out there. Listen to that as well. So any of those songs, I would highly recommend it to listen to this Christmas season. So, and there's a list coming, by the way, that I'm going to do of the top 10 Christmas songs involving Jamaican artists. So look out for that. So that's another episode of 876-411, the 876-411 review show. You can check out this episode on Twitter, 876-411-JA. That's our Twitter handle. On Facebook. Thanks for the shares and the likes from the last video. It'll take off quick. You understand? So keep supporting the thing, keep subscribing. And yeah, have a happy holiday, happy Christmas. Eat as much as you can. Rest as much as you can on Boxing Day. Cause remember the on Boxing Day, sleep, and the hoop the day before. So Have a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We'll see you next week for the year in review special, where we'll look at the top songs, artists, and news stories within the world of Jamaican entertainment and pop culture that caught our eye this year. And we'll share them. Feel free for any suggestions, thoughts on this show, and any suggestions on what we should talk about for next week's show. So I'm Mark Brown. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Merry Christmas.